You know what really surprised me when I started digging into this topic? It turns out that some fruits, which most of us see as just a tasty treat, contain compounds that genuinely affect the condition of our blood and blood vessels. And I'm not talking about some magical cure. I'm talking about proven, measurable effects on processes that are directly linked to the risk of blood clots. Today, we're going to break down 10 of these fruits. I'll explain what exactly works in them, what the science says about it, and how to eat them properly to get real benefits. No exaggeration and no false promises, only what's actually backed by research. And before we begin, this information is educational and does not replace a consultation with your doctor. But first, let's understand why the topic of blood clots is so important, especially after the age of 45. A blood clot is a mass of blood that forms inside a vessel. The clotting mechanism itself is completely normal and necessary. When we get a cut, the bleeding needs to stop. That's exactly what the clotting system is for. The problem arises when this mechanism is triggered without an obvious cause, inside a vessel, and the clot starts to interfere with normal blood flow. As we age, several factors begin to work against us at the same time. The walls of the blood vessels gradually lose elasticity. Blood can become more viscous. Inflammatory processes increase. Physical activity declines. All of this together creates conditions in which the risk of blood clots objectively rises. Add to that the typical Western diet, an excess of ultra-processed foods, fast food, a lack of fiber and certain micronutrients, and the picture becomes even more serious. The good news is that nutrition really can influence these processes. And we're not talking about some exotic supplements or complicated diets. We're talking about ordinary fruits you can buy at any supermarket, whether it's Walmart, Kroger, or your local farmer's market. And here I want to make one fundamental point right away, which I'll repeat more than once. If you've already been diagnosed with blood clotting problems, if you're taking blood thinners or other serious medications, everything we're talking about today does not replace treatment and does not cancel a visit to the doctor. Be sure to consult your physician before making any significant changes to your diet. Fruits are a tool for prevention and health support. Nothing more, but nothing less either. And that's already a lot. So how exactly can fruits affect the condition of the blood and blood vessels? Several mechanisms are at work here. The first is reducing inflammation in the vessel walls. Chronic inflammation is one of the main factors that contributes to plaque formation and increases the blood's tendency toward excessive clotting. The antioxidants that many fruits are rich in help reduce that inflammation. The second mechanism is the effect on blood viscosity. Certain compounds reduce the ability of platelets to stick together. This is called an anti-platelet effect. The third mechanism is maintaining the elasticity of the vessels. When the artery walls are flexible and healthy, blood flows more freely, and the risk of clots decreases. And now let's move on to our 10 fruits. Grapes. Let's start with something everyone knows from childhood, but that most adults underestimate. Dark varieties especially, black and red. Their main asset is a compound called resveratrol. It's found mostly in the skin, and that's exactly why whole grapes are significantly more beneficial than most grape juices, where the skin isn't used. Studies show that resveratrol has an antiplatelet effect. In addition, grapes are rich in flavonoids, which help maintain vessel elasticity and reduce inflammation. Practical tip: eat grapes whole with the skin. A great option is to freeze a bunch and eat them as a refreshing snack. Frozen grapes retain all their beneficial compounds and are eaten slowly. Orange. It's on the table of most Americans every morning, but few people know how good it is for the blood vessels. Its main advantage is the combination of vitamin C and a flavonoid called hesperidin. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant that reduces inflammation and helps maintain the strength of vessel walls. Hesperidin improves blood flow and reduces arterial stiffness. Oranges also contain soluble fiber, which helps lower cholesterol. An important point: if you drink orange juice, choose the version with pulp, not the clarified kind. Most of the fiber and antioxidants are concentrated in the pulp. But even better, eat whole oranges. Banana. Many people see it only as a source of quick energy, but its effect on blood pressure and blood is more serious than it seems. It's one of the best natural sources of potassium, which is critically important for maintaining normal blood pressure. Studies show that adequate potassium intake is linked to a significant reduction in stroke risk. In addition, Bananas contain vitamin B6, which helps lower levels of homocysteine, an amino acid that damages vessel walls when it accumulates in excess. One ripe banana a day is already a real contribution to vascular health. Berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. They're united by a powerful class of compounds, anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give berries their bright red, blue, and purple color. Research, including studies conducted by specialists at the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, shows that people who eat berries at least 3 times a week have a significantly lower risk of stroke. Anthocyanins protect the inner lining of the vessels, make them more flexible, reduce blood viscosity, and lower inflammation. Frozen berries work just as well as fresh, and that matters because they're available year-round and cost less. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie. Pomegranate, one of the most studied allies of the cardiovascular system. Its key compound is punicalagin, a powerful antioxidant. A study published in a journal on atherosclerosis showed that regular consumption of pomegranate juice over several months was associated with a reduction in the thickness of arterial plaque in participants. Pomegranate also stimulates the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens the blood vessels. A little-known fact: a small amount of black pepper enhances the absorption of pomegranate polyphenols, thanks to piperine. Avocado. For a long time, it was unfairly avoided because of its high fat content. But it's precisely that fat that makes it valuable. Avocado is rich in monounsaturated fats, which help lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and raise good cholesterol, HDL. The American Heart Association includes avocado on its list of heart-healthy foods. There's another aspect too. Avocado is a good source of vitamin K, which plays a key role in regulating blood clotting. An important warning: vitamin K affects the action of certain anticoagulants, particularly warfarin/Coumadin. If you take these medications, be sure to discuss the amount of avocado with your doctor. Watermelon, especially relevant in summer, though beneficial year-round. It's more than 90% water, and good hydration helps maintain normal blood viscosity. Its main asset is the amino acid citrulline, which is converted in the body into nitric oxide, relaxing and widening the vessels. Studies show that regular watermelon consumption can reduce arterial stiffness. Watermelon also contains lycopene, the same antioxidant found in tomatoes. Kiwi. This is where many people are most surprised. This modest fruit contains an enzyme called actinidin, which can break down proteins, including fibrin, the foundation of a blood clot. A study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry showed that eating 2 kiwis a day over 4 weeks led to a significant reduction in blood viscosity in participants. Kiwi also lowers levels of fibrinogen, a protein that increases the likelihood of clot formation. Practical tip: it's best to eat kiwi in the morning, on an empty stomach, or at the beginning of a meal, since actinidin is more active in a mildly acidic environment. Pineapple. Its key compound is the enzyme bromelain, which is found in the flesh and especially in the core. Studies show that bromelain reduces blood viscosity and prevents excessive platelet aggregation. Pineapple is also rich in vitamin C and manganese. An important warning: bromelain can enhance the effect of anticoagulants, so if you take these medications, consult your doctor. Papaya. It contains the enzyme papain, which breaks down proteins, including those involved in clot formation. Studies show that regular papaya consumption is linked to lower triglyceride levels. Papaya is rich in vitamin C and beta-carotene. Practical tip: combine papaya with fresh ginger. The gingerol in it has an anti-inflammatory effect and improves blood flow. On drug interactions. Before we get to the takeaways, a very important topic that often gets overlooked. If you take anticoagulants, here's what you need to know. Avocado contains vitamin K, which affects the effectiveness of warfarin. Bromelain from pineapple and papain from papaya can enhance the effect of blood thinners. I'll also mention grapefruit separately, which isn't on our list. It interacts with a large number of medications, including some statins. If you take medications regularly, be sure to ask your doctor or pharmacist. In the US, this is especially easy. Just ask the pharmacist at your drugstore when you pick up your prescription how to fit this into your life. There's no complicated system here. Start small. Add 1 or 2 fruits from the list to what you already eat. a handful of berries in your morning oatmeal,
A kiwi or an orange as a snack.
avocado in your lunch salad, grapes in the evening instead of dessert. You don't have to eat all 10 fruits every day. Variety over the course of a week works even better. And remember, frozen fruits are practically equal in nutritional value to fresh ones, while being available year-round and costing less. So we've broken down 10 fruits that, according to scientific research, can support vascular health and help lower the risk of blood clots. Grapes, orange, banana, berries, pomegranate, avocado, watermelon, kiwi, pineapple, and papaya. Each works in its own way. Some reduce inflammation, some improve vessel elasticity, some affect blood viscosity. But I want to close with the same thought I started with. Nutrition is a powerful tool for maintaining health. Not a magic remedy and not a replacement for treatment, but a real, accessible way for anyone to reduce risks and take care of themselves. After the age of 45, regular medical checkups are just as important as a proper diet. Check your cholesterol, monitor your blood pressure. Don't ignore warning symptoms. Eat good fruits, and don't forget about your doctor. That's what a smart approach to health looks like.